Hey Grumpy. So today I wanted to talk to you about, on the shallow end, how it's fall. You know that because on Tumblr people are posting about sweaters, the leaves changing colors, pumpkin spice lattes. By the way, I've never had a pumpkin spice latte. But for me, I think that the cooler weather has been the first real indication to me that summer has ended. Because usually, and for the past 16 plus years, the signal that summer has ended was going to school, going back to school shopping, having a new schedule, figuring out who my teachers were. Saying goodbye to summer had so much more finality to it. Now there's none of that. What it's alerted me to is the fact that my entire life was defined up until now by being a student. Now that I'm no longer a student, I think I'm on level playing ground with everyone else who's an adult, I guess, and trying to figure out what the point of my life is. Even the transition between high school and college was a little bit tricky for me because my entire life up until I graduated high school was defined by getting into college. And now I can't even really remember what my SAT scores were, or my AP exams, or my SAT 2 exams. My GPA, I couldn't remember my GPA from high school. These are numbers that really defined who I was. And people said, don't define yourself by the numbers. But these numbers were what I strove for every single day. I defined myself by them because I defined myself as a student. I was a student first and foremost. Being a student was most of my identity. You know, coming to college, I explored other areas of my identity. My Asian American identity, my extroversion, myself as a social person, myself as a Tumblr, so many different aspects of my personality. But in high school, people who told me not to worry about the numbers, not to let those numbers define me, were so wrong because those numbers were ways that I defined myself because I was a student. And first and foremost, I was a student. And that was most of my life. And now I'm not a student in the traditional sense. I don't want to go on about, oh, I'm still learning about life, I'm a student of the Mother Earth, but I'm not a student in the formal sense in that I'm getting a formal education. I don't really know how to deal with that, so here's to us figuring out what life is like outside of school. I didn't mean for that to get as real as it did. Originally I intended for this to be a pretty light-hearted video, you know, shot at my local playground. But these are some thoughts that I've been having and I don't mean to stress you out with them, but I just thought I would make a bit of a more introspective video. In any case, I hope that you're well. We should play sometime. With any luck, I'll see you next week. Bye! Oh gosh.